This summer I am studying 6 salamander species, and we are looking at 2 chytrid fungus diseases, BD and B-Sal, and we're checking to see if they're present here, and then if they are, what affects their presence.
So every day we go out to sites and we find salamanders, and for my project the important part is swabbing the salamanders. So after we swab them and get a little bit of their DNA on the swab, we'll later run PCR and see if they have the fungus, and then see if it's correlated by species or by age.
My research project is on the eastern fence lizard. So I'm studying their microhabitats and where we're finding them on the wild, so in the reclaimed mineland and non-reclaimed mineland. And then basically just what habitat they're using and then what kind of behaviors.
I am studying eastern box turtles. What I'm doing with the eastern box turtles is I'm studying their distribution across reclaimed mine surface, which is the wilds, and then I'm also kind of evaluating habitat features, so landscape variables associated with them being present on the reclaimed mine, and then doing some statistical ordination with where they can be found.
So my project is a habitat assessment for ruffed grouse on the wilds property. Basically, I'll be looking at the vegetation in the habitat that the ruffed grouse are found and not found on several sites in the property. And I'll be comparing them to see if there are any key components in the habitat.
My research project is on the reevaluation of the restoration at Miller Creek, and so I'm just doing a follow-up of the same project that's been done the past 2 summers. So I doing vegetation surveys and collecting macroinvertebrates and identifying them, and water quality and pebble count.
My research project deals with 3 salamander species here at the wilds. I'm studying ravine long-tailed and northern slimy, and I'm studying their population and distribution throughout the wilds and how the reclaimed mineland is affecting their habitat usage.
I'm studying the innate predator recognition of eastern hellbenders through scent stimulus. So hellbenders, they are large salamanders. They're completely aquatic. We have over 500 of them here at the wilds. We're seeing if we can train the hellbenders to avoid predators to give them a better chance once they're released into the wild.
Challenges. The technology and the science, the data analysis aspect, the mathematics of it all.
The most challenging thing would probably have to be just finding the sites.
It was day 1, and we were given the GPS and our coordinates, and we were just kind of set free. There was one morning where we trekked, it was probably 3 hours in the woods, and we couldn't find our site, and our GPS wasn't able to get good signal, and long story short, it was a very interesting morning. And so being able to go back later that afternoon and go to a second site was a really big mental challenge.
I've gained so many skills. I've kind of kept a list as we've been going through these about 6 months at this point, and the list just keeps growing, and I look back on it every time oh yeah, I've done that, and I've done this, and I know how to do that.
It's definitely taught me a lot of patience. It takes a lot of patience to search for little salamanders in a big forest, so that could definitely help me out in future life.
I think the best advice that I could give a future student is to just put yourself out there and try to get as much experience in as many different types of science-related fields or animal-related fields as possible.
I love it, and I think it's a great program. At the beginning I had a little bit of issue funding it, but once I found that funding, I'm just so glad that I was able to come here, and it's a really great experience. So I hope that other students are able to come out here. It's great.
Bring bug spray, a lot of bug spray. Always wear pants outside.